Hi, my name is Michelle Trotter and I'm a business development specialist here at Eagle. The coronavirus has been the main topic in the news for most of the year, but did you know the coronavirus has been around since the 1930s? Dr. David Hussong briefly talks about the history of the coronavirus and also touches on the coronavirus vaccine and why there possibly could be a spike in the coronavirus in the future.
The history of coronavirus goes back to about the 1930s, when it was called an infectious bronchitis virus of chickens. It was a highly lethal infection of young chicks, and this was a big problem for farmers, obviously. Big solution that was initially used was, because this was the 30s and vaccines were kind of uncommon, was just cleaning. Cleaning allowed the killing of the virus, and it was necessary first to get the filth out so that the disinfectants could get to the virus. Once the disinfectants were there, it was very effective. Chickens did okay. In the last few decades, the Department of Agriculture has released virus vaccines for corona. These have been very effective when applied to the newborn chicks in 2 doses. The vaccine's effectiveness has reduced population infections quite a bit. Now, coronavirus was, in the early days, not necessarily known as anything special. It was known to be a virus because it would go through filters that normally would retain bacteria. When, in the 60s, electron microscopy came about, the virus was able to be imaged, and it was observed that around the viral envelope there were little projections that made it look like a crown. So these projections were later discovered to be the attachment points where the virus sticks to the receptors in the host cell, and that's what starts the infection. The infectious bronchitis virus in poultry, however, are not related to the viruses that are causing human infections. They're a different part of the coronavirus family. This is an odd differentiation, since we know that the virus came from another species, probably bats and some other host in between. That would be called an intermediate host. Returning to the vaccines that are available for chickens, these are highly effective and apparently not necessarily serospecific. And that means a vaccine for one chicken virus is effective against another strain of chicken virus. This gives a lot of potential for the opportunities to get human virus that may be broadly effective. We heard yesterday Dr. Fauci saying that a vaccine would not be available until early 2021. I would hope that the viral development group can develop this vaccine faster than that. It may be that they'll just be studying it more aggressively. In 1976, the swine flu vaccine that was produced came online very quickly. However, there were some questions about the safety of that vaccine, because that's when we learned about Reye's syndrome and the effect of the vaccines and the virus when aspirin was also prescribed to the patients. This may be a concern that we have moving forward. Maybe not Reye's syndrome, but we are seeing some other issues coming forward. Young children are showing Kawasaki syndrome with the coronavirus infections. And we have to be aware of what we're dealing with and not trigger another problem. Although in the risk-benefit world, sometimes we have to take the risks along with the benefits of a large-scale protective vaccine. There have been concerns about a second spike of the COVID-19 that would be related to opening up the community a little bit early. What will happen if that comes about is that while people are now quarantined and not going about their business, we don't have people in the general public shedding virus and exposing susceptible people. Having people quarantined keeps them away from shedders, and the virus doesn't spread as quickly. This allows time in the population for many people to develop immunity from either a low exposure or possibly an exposure with inapparent symptoms. The immunity levels within a community will rise as exposures increase. At a certain point, that immunity will achieve what's called herd immunity. And there are many more people who are no longer susceptible because they are immune. And then the rate of spread will slow, and that will prevent a spike. Generally, about 30 to 50, maybe 60% of the community, when they have protective antibodies, will reach the point of herd immunity, and the community can be expected to be reasonably safe from a rapid rise in new patients.
For the past few months, we've been answering all your questions and concerns about the coronavirus. You can find any of our earlier episodes on our YouTube channel. To make sure that you never miss when a new episode is published, subscribe to our channel and you'll get a notification when a new video is uploaded. If you have any questions or concerns that you would like our scientists to answer, you can submit those questions or concerns on our website at www.eagleanalytical.com/COVID-19.